everyone, Aman here for Fiber and welcome to this fresh Fiiber-style 6-hour battery drain test video between the OnePlus 11 and the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. Now, of course, when you look at the pricing of both these phones, there's a big gap in between. The OnePlus 11 starts at about 57,000 rupees, while the S23 Plus starts at 90,000, about 90,000 rupees, and that's a solid 33,000 rupees price gap. Additionally, when you look at the battery specifications, the OnePlus 11 has a 5000 mAh battery under the hood with the support of a 100 watt fast charging, while S23 Plus has a 4800 mAh battery under the hood with up to 45 watt fast charging. So if you are looking at both of these smartphones in regard to the endurance, which one should you go for? Should you go for the S23 Plus or should you rather save your cash and go for the OnePlus 11? Let's find out in this video, but of course, before we go ahead, consider hitting that red subscribe button for detailed tech videos and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. With that said, let's get started. We start off by booting both the devices on the table, and while the Galaxy S23 Plus is the first phone to light up, it is actually the OnePlus 11 that boots up first. Anyway, going ahead, both phones on this table are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, have 100% battery, have 100% battery health, 120Hz mode is on, resolution is set at Full HD Plus on both phones, and have 50% manual brightness alongside 50% audio volume. As usual, we will start with a 2-hour YouTube video playback, followed by an hour of 1080p video recording, followed by an hour of benchmarks, followed by an hour of gaming, and finally we end the test with an hour of running social media. So this is what the display looks like on both the smartphones side by side. Both phones have superb AMOLED panels along with 120Hz screen refresh rate and HDR10 Plus support. The OnePlus 11 features a Quad HD Plus resolution, while the S23 Plus features a Full HD Plus display. Now, in terms of quality itself, both are amazing panels. As I said, the colors look great on both. The contrast is superb, and you also get to see these inky blacks. The panel on the Galaxy S23 Plus is noticeably brighter, something that is very apparent considering both the phones are set at 50% brightness level. Also, to my eye, I think the flat panel along with the symmetrical bezels make more sense and would widely appeal to people. The curved display also looks great, but practically it does not really do anything apart from adding to the aesthetics. Also, the OnePlus 11 has a Quad HD Plus resolution, as I said, so you do have the option to tune up the sharpness if you prefer something like that, but in real life, to the human eye, on a screen of about 6.6 inches or 6.7 inches, Full HD or Quad HD looks just the same. And with that, we have reached the end of the 2-hour YouTube video playback, and currently the OnePlus 11 has taken the lead with 93% battery left in the tank, while the Galaxy S23 Plus trails behind with 91% battery left. Moving on, and let's now record an hour of 1080p video on both smartphones. Of course, from the rear camera, both phones can shoot up to 8K videos. In fact, from the front, the Galaxy S23 Plus one-ups the OnePlus, as you can record up to 4K videos on the Galaxy versus up to 1080p videos on the OnePlus. Additionally, both phones have a 50 megapixel triple rear camera setup. The OnePlus 11 features a 16 megapixel front camera, while the S23 Plus employs the same 12 megapixel front camera that is also there on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now, if you want to know more about the camera performance of both phones, we have already made a ton of content for the OnePlus 11, while we are working on a bunch of things with the S23 Plus as well. Do you want to see a full-fledged comparison between both the phones? Let me know in the comments. For now, let's check the 3-hour mark, and after an hour of 1080p video recording, the OnePlus 11 is still leading at 81% battery, while the S23 Plus trails with 77% battery left. With that, let's go ahead and run some synthetic benchmarks to get an idea of how these phones stack up against each other in terms of performance. We start with Geekbench. So both the phones on the table are powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. The Galaxy S23 Plus has a custom 8 Gen 2 actually. Basically, it is slightly overclocked. Now, in terms of RAM and storage, the OnePlus features up to 256GB UFS 4.0 storage along with up to 12GB LPDDR5X RAM. The Galaxy S23 Plus, on the other hand, comes with up to 512 UFS 4.0 storage but only 8GB of LPDDR5X RAM. So, of course, impressive Geekbench numbers from both the phones, but side by side, the Galaxy S23 Plus simply thrashes the OnePlus 11, and that single core score of 1900 is something that you don't usually see on an Android phone. So the Galaxy S23 Plus definitely taking this round. Now moving on to Antutu, and similar to how it went in Geekbench, the Galaxy S23 Plus scores a solid 1.15 million, which is 200,000 more than the OnePlus 11's score. And especially look at the CPU and UX scores of the S23 Plus, and it shows that this is pure decimation. Finally, in terms of CPU throttling also, according to the test, both phones showed a very consistent hold throughout the 30-minute stress test. Of course, OnePlus is slightly ahead with a 90% score versus 86% on the S23 Plus, but in terms of performing average operations per second, the Galaxy S23 Plus scored a solid 25,000 more than the OnePlus 11. And with that, we are almost at the 4-hour mark, and currently the OnePlus 11 has widened the lead as it now is at a 61% battery versus the Galaxy S23 Plus, which is now at 56% battery left in the tank. So let's go and run an hour of Asphalt 9 on both phones now, and as you know, I have been doing these tests and I've been playing this game only, wherein I really want to show it side by side how well these phones can even handle the likes of Genshin Impact without breaking a sweat. But of course, for doing such kind of a video, Asphalt 9 is the best game that I can play simultaneously on both devices, and you know, the game is also demanding at the same time to give an idea of how good a phone can hold up in terms of handling sustained loads. Anyway, let's now move forward to the 5-hour mark and check the battery statistics, and currently the OnePlus 11 is still leading at 46%, but the Galaxy S23 Plus has managed to close the gap between the two and is now at a 44% battery left. With that, we now run the final round of this battery drain test video. It is time for an hour of testing Instagram, and after that I disclose the final winner. And guys, we are finally done with the 6-hour Fiiber-style battery drain test video between the OnePlus 11 and the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. And yes, the winner of this test is the OnePlus 11 with 37% battery left, while the Galaxy S23 Plus finishes with a score of 36%. Here's an hour-by-hour breakdown of the battery drain stats of both smartphones. You can pause your screens and take a look. So as you guys saw in this video, pretty neck-and-neck performance from both smartphones. In fact, many would argue that the Galaxy S23 Plus has a 200 mAh smaller battery. So looking that way, it is actually the S23 Plus which lost less battery in comparison to the OnePlus 11, if that is we are looking at the overall picture. However, the OnePlus 11 also had a strong showing nonetheless, and where the Galaxy S23 Plus really redeemed itself was the gaming and the social media round, where the phone gave a much more efficient performance than the OnePlus 11. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts between the battery drain test comparison of the OnePlus 11 versus the Galaxy S23 Plus. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Fiber. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.